Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. My name is Hannah and on this channel I post a ton of anti-MLM content. I love doing deep dives into different MLM companies. I have a whole series about MLM horror stories where I read the emails of personal stories and experiences that you have sent in to me about your time in an MLM. And then of course videos like this one, MLM Top Fails. I have a whole bunch of photos and reels and videos and things that we're gonna watch together and react to, with the ultimate purpose being to debunk all the misinformation that's being said. I upload at least 3 videos a week on this channel, and so if any of that kind of content sounds interesting to you, please consider subscribing, please consider liking this video. All those things really support my channel and I appreciate you so much for doing that. And I want to take this opportunity to say Happy New Year. This is my first video back. December was a little bit crazy for me. I pre-filmed everything that I posted in December because I had family in town for most of the month, and so I'm stoked to be sitting down finally after several weeks off. My inbox was still blowing up with all these crazy things that people have sent to me. I compiled a really great collection of things for you today. We're kicking off the new year strong, people. I'm wishing you a very happy new year, and without further ado, let's get into these clips. The first thing I have for you today is my personal favorite. I'm very excited about this clip, and there's a lot that I have to say about it. This is a video of 2 Monat reps doing quote-unquote science experiments with the dry shampoo. I'm just gonna let this one roll.
Hey, we're Michelle and
I'm Ashley.
and we are going to be doing some fun little experiments throughout Vancouver, Washington today. So, well, and a little bit of Portland and a little
Camas.
bit Camas. All right.
Yeah.
So we're going all over today. Follow along on our fun little journey while we do some little science.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Okay, we've got goggles. We're gonna travel around the local area. We're gonna do some little science. I'm excited.
All right, Ashley, tell us what we're starting with
We're
today.
going to start with the Purology Style and Protect.
Ooh, the Refresh and Go Style and Protect. Okay, we have a lit candle.
Woo!
Holy cow. Can we see that again?
Oh my gosh! Shit! That was really God! Oh my God!
No, but I felt the fire on that, and that was a bit crazy.
First of all, why are we doing this? Literally right next to the front door of your house, okay? Obviously their point is to show how these non-Monat products catch fire when you spray them onto a flame. That's the objective. So why are we not like out in the driveway, out in the middle of the street? Like why are you at your front door shooting flames into the air?
This was my old favorite, so I'm actually really intrigued to see what will happen here. Oh, I'm kind of scared. The makeover spray. Wait.
Oh, shit!
I didn't see it though. Holy cow, that's what I used to put on my hair. Okay, so now we're gonna do the Monat one, and the reason we wanted to do this is because we've tried this individually. We know it's a thing. We know the ingredients.
Wait, hold up. I'm gonna blur his face, but anyone else see this kid like chilling in the window in the background?
But we're gonna go, we asked several local people to partake in this today. So this is where we're gonna go door jumping to everyone's front porches and put a candle, and then they're gonna bring us their either former or current favorite, and then we're gonna show them what theirs does to the candle and what Monat does to the candle. And if they like what they see, they get a free dry shampoo from us, okay? So here is what we expect. We expect that ours is going to, with actually less used, ours is going to actually put out the flame, not ignite it. So check this out. Done. We are at my friend Courtney's house with some cute girls in the background and a handsome dude, and they're gonna watch us safely from a distance put some Batiste dry shampoo on a candle, and let's see what happens. You're gonna be our scientist today?
Yep.
Again? All right, here we go. Holy cow! Oh my gosh! So that's what your mom was putting on her hair. What do you think? Do you think that was a safe thing to put on her hair? On her head? It's out. It's out now.
Trust me, I have a lot to say about this, and we'll get to that soon enough. But I'm pausing it right here because I do not love that they're including children into this. It feels like there's a lot of fear-mongering going on right here. Like, your mom was putting this on her head. Was that safe for her to be doing? And the kid's like, no. Like, yes, I get it. You're trying to prove a point that these ones are flammable and Monat is not. But leave these kids alone, okay? Don't make them think that their mom's head is gonna catch on fire because she uses this product instead of Monat or something something.
Almost really got my hair.
I think you need to step back more. Okay, that was so crazy that we need to see it again. Stay back this time.
Watch.
Ready?
Oh my gosh! Except if that was your mom's head, right?
Oh my gosh.
All right, now let's see what the Monat one does. What do you guys think? You think it's a big flame or nothing?
Big.
Big? Let's see. Oh, nothing.
Do it again.
Okay, so I don't even want to be this close.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
She's just like,
Nothing, huh?
Let's talk about this a little bit. I am somewhat ashamed to admit how much time I spent researching aerosol cans and how propellants work and things like that. But if I had to learn about it, you do too. So buckle up for a mini lesson. Here's a diagram that I think is going to be helpful as I talk about this. I know the photo's a little bit blurry, but I got this from the Aerosol Association of Australia website. What I understood from what I read from multiple sources, multiple websites, is that aerosol cans have two substances in them. One of the substances is the actual product that you want to use. So in this case, one of the substances is the dry shampoo, and the other substance is the propellant. In other words, it's the substance that forces the product out of the can. In most aerosol products, this propellant is butane, propane, or isobutane, all of which are highly flammable. These two substances in your aerosol can, the product and the propellant, they exist within that can under a high pressure environment, and when you press the nozzle on the top of your can, the propellant forces down upon the product and propels it up and out of the can through the nozzle. Am I boring you to death yet? Yes, it is true that these common propellants, butane, isobutane, propane, they're all highly flammable. So when they're being released directly into a flame, yes, it's going to ignite. But these propellants are also gases. Once they're released from the can, they evaporate. What they're trying to insinuate through this experiment is that you are putting like toxic, flammable chemicals onto your scalp and on your hair. From what I understand from everything I read, and I will link all of that below if you would like to check it out too, this is not like you're spraying propane onto your head and that it's gonna stay there. It's not gonna stick around and hang out and make your head flammable for as long as that product is on your hair. That's not a thing, okay? These flammable propellants are in this gaseous state. They have no fixed volume or shape. It's free flowing, okay? It disperses very easily into the surrounding air. All of that to say that as long as you're not applying your dry shampoo next to an open flame when that propellant is released from the can, you're not going to be putting yourself at risk for like spontaneous ignition or something. Think of it this way, that propane or butane, these things are not ingredients of the product. It's simply just a gas that's added after the fact, and its only purpose is to propel that product out of its container. Of course, they're acting like, wow, our dry shampoo doesn't have these flammable gases, so therefore ours is better than yours. But the way I see it is like both of these products have a propellant. These propellants are flammable. Monat's propellant that they use is not flammable. But in the end, does it really even matter? Because as soon as that gas is released from that can, it dissipates into the air. And what's left behind is just the product. So personally, in my determination of a good product, of an effective product, is the ingredient list in that product and its effectiveness. All they're focusing on here is which aerosol can contains a flammable propellant, but they're not focusing on which product's ingredients perform better. And I hope that I'm making at least a little bit of sense with this, because honestly, when I watched this the first time, I was like, wow, that's concerning. I use Batiste and look at that, it's like shooting flames everywhere. But as with most things in an MLM and the arguments that these representatives will make, all it takes is an ounce of research, an ounce of educating yourself. One Google search will do it for you to be able to really get to the root of what they're trying to say and understand that this is just a fear-mongering tactic. At face value, yes, this does look kind of concerning, like, oh my gosh, one is flammable and one is not. But all you have to do is understand like what an aerosol can is, how it works, how the propellants work, and what the propellants are to realize that this argument is kind of null and void. I have a couple more points to make on this, but first I want to show you this next little part. There's still 6 more minutes of this video, and they go to 5 other friends' houses on their front doorsteps and do this exact same experiment over and over again. I'm not going to show you every single one of those because it's honestly just repetitive. We get the point, okay? But there was one interaction at one of these friends' doorsteps that they went to that was pretty interesting, so I'm going to show you that one.
Okay, we are at another porch. We're gonna try a couple that Nikki has. So we're gonna light the candle. All right, we're gonna try the Beach Babe, not your mother's Beach Babe. Jeez. Okay, there we go. And now we're gonna try the Monat. Out. Oh gosh, oh gosh.
Stand back.
You guys are so helpful. Wow.
And that one is the big one, and that one
Okay,
is the
stand
little
back this way.
Seriously? I'm telling you. Whoa!
There, you got it.
This is a no. No. See, that's good because the first ingredient is actually, jeez. It's a different one, but they're both a different, they're not the butane or propane.
Well,
So,
why
yay, that's good.
thinking it through, you put propane on your hair.
Why? Why would you need propane or butane? It's because it's an accelerant. So this one still goes out faster than that one. But I am impressed, I gotta say. I haven't looked up all the other ingredients in that, but that is good to know. We have one possible.
If you didn't catch it, let me recap. What just happened in this clip at this friend's doorstep is she tested out the Got To Be Fresh It Up dry shampoo and it did not ignite. And she was like, and she got a little bit frazzled in that moment because she was just going into it expecting that, oh, this is a drugstore dry shampoo, so duh, it's gonna ignite because Monat is so much better. And then when it didn't, she was like, wait, that's because the Got To Be dry shampoo, it does use a propellant, right? Because it's in an aerosol can, but it does not use a flammable propellant like propane or butane, just like Monat doesn't. That's all that's happening here. The Got To Be dry shampoo is $8. The Monat dry shampoo is $36. So if you are watching this right now and you are still a little bit concerned that one ignites and one does not, this Got To Be brand dry shampoo seems to be a great alternative. But again, this brings me right back to my earlier point that all they're demonstrating through these little experiments is that most products in an aerosol can use flammable propellants and Monat just happens to not use that kind. But they're not showing us any kind of experiment about the effectiveness of their dry shampoo as compared to cheaper alternatives. I would be way more impressed and way more convinced that Monat is better than drugstore dry shampoos if they did some kind of experiment showing us like a multi-day progression of someone's scalp oiliness or something like that. Because like I said, I don't necessarily care which gas propels my product out of its container. I care about the product ingredients that are left behind and how well those work. However, I feel like I need to put some kind of asterisk on this because I just know, I can see the comments now. I'm sure that some people still believe that, well, if it's these harsh chemicals that are coming out of this can and you're spraying it that close to your face, that can't be good. And yeah, I do agree, but like I keep saying, this is just gas and it's in very, very small quantities. And going along with the things that I've read, as long as you're not spraying it in a very enclosed space, as long as you're not like snorting the fumes, as long as you're doing like a, you know, like a shield and spray, hold your breath for a couple seconds kind of situation, it's not going to have any harmful effect on you. I know there's going to be people that disagree, that's perfectly okay, but I do encourage you to go and do your own research on it, go and read up on it for yourself, and make that personal decision for yourself if using products with a flammable propellant is something that you want to keep doing or not. And that leads me right into my last point for this clip. Clearly, the objective of this video is that these two Monat Huns are trying to sell their dry shampoo and they're showing you that other dry shampoos ignite and theirs does not. But let's please not forget all of the extremely common household products that are flammable that these women probably use in their daily lives. Shaving cream has a flammable propellant. Hairspray, cooking spray, that Pam vegetable spray that we all use has a flammable propellant. They use propane and butane. Nail polish is flammable. Rubbing alcohol, hand sanitizer, and believe it or not, flour, like the white powdery stuff you cook with, that is flammable too. Do you really think that these Huns have non-flammable alternatives to cooking spray or hand sanitizer? No. So I personally think that this is an extremely laughable argument that they're trying to make, that Monat dry shampoo is just inherently better because it doesn't ignite. They're freaking out that some hair care products in an aerosol can have a flammable propellant, but they're not freaking out that they literally slather hand sanitizer on their hands. Anyway, Let's take a deep breath. I'm done belaboring that point. Let's move on. The next thing I have for you is just a photo, but the caption itself is very, very interesting. This is an Arbonne rep, and she's posting a photo of herself in the hospital. And her caption says, "Hello, my loves, life update. I've had some time off socials for Josh's birthday, seeing my family for the first time in 5 months, and to slow down before and after a little surgery to remove some cysts. Nothing serious, and I'm recovering well." The nurse asked as I was sitting there in the ward waiting for admission if I needed a certificate for the time I was having off work. I told her with my phone in my hand, "Nope, I work for myself. I'm working right now, actually." She was so confused. She said, "Through Zoom, or how does that work?" I explained that all I needed to earn an income was internet and a phone, and a little bit about how the business works. She said, "In all of my 25 years as a nurse, I've never seen anyone working half an hour before having general anesthetic. You young ones are so ambitious." I laughed with her and explained that it's actually more convenience than ambition, that I'm able to fit my work in and around important things like this and not feel guilty about it, and that in the days to come when I'm healing, I won't be working at all. This conversation made me realize how grateful I am for this business and what it allows me to do. My life always comes first and work comes second, even though I'm so passionate about what I do that work equals life. I'll be making time to reply to all of my messages tomorrow, so if you've sent me one, thank you so much for your patience. Even this nurse is like, lady, what are you doing? The purpose of her making this kind of Instagram post is to be like, look at me and all my time freedom. But the way I see it, this is not a good selling point for the business. I've had surgery before, and even though it wasn't like a critical or stressful surgery or anything like that, I was still very overwhelmed. I was super anxious that whole morning before, and I am beyond thankful that I didn't have something like this in my life that I felt like I had to be doing from my hospital bed. And I'm so grateful that I could just relax and breathe and like let AJ try and distract me. So personally, me reading this, I am less than impressed. In no universe would I ever want to be working from a hospital bed for any reason. That's not time freedom. That's not a selling point. True time freedom would be having the luxury to put that phone away. True time freedom would be relaxing right before you go into surgery, not working until literally the moment they knock you out. And I put working in air quotes because come on, what does working even mean? What could be so urgent that she needs to be working her Arbonne business this very moment from her hospital bed? As we know, there's only 2 income producing activities that you can do in an MLM. The first one is when you sell somebody a product, and the second thing is when you recruit somebody into the business opportunity. Everything else is just fluff. Everything else just consists of these little menial tasks that make these reps feel like they're working. And what I mean by this is like sitting on team calls, cold messaging people, making an Instagram post, posting on your Instagram story. People in MLMs aren't paid for any of those tasks that they spend a lot of their time on, but they still consider these tasks work because the hope is that doing these tasks will increase their ability to recruit someone, increase their chance of making a sale, even though there's no guarantee of that. All of that to say that she's telling this nurse, oh, I'm working right now, I'm working from my phone. But we can all agree that that work that she was probably doing is just creating this post on Instagram. And MLM reps do not get paid to make posts. They get paid to sell things, but her making this post isn't an income producing activity. And it is super fascinating to me to see how MLM reps will donate so much of their time to all these little tasks and then they'll call it work. How is it work? Okay, show me the money that you just made spending those precious minutes of your life making this post on Instagram. Another thing I noticed from this caption was this last little bit where she says, I'll be making time to reply to all of my messages tomorrow, so if you sent me one, thank you so much for your patience. And I can't help but just roll my eyes whenever I hear people say this kind of thing, because we all know that nobody has messaged you, okay? Your inbox is as dry as the Sahara Desert, and I know this because if her inbox was flooded with all these messages and inquiries and people wanting to buy things and join the business, she wouldn't be only at the second rank in the company. She has a link tree in her Instagram bio that takes you directly to the Arbonne website, in which there's a little banner at the top of the web page listing her rank, and it tells us that she's only at the district manager level. She is Australian though, so I had to look up the Australian Australian Arbonne income disclosure statement, but the median annual earnings for this rank in Australia is only $1,648, which isn't far off from the US income disclosure actually. People in the US at that rank make almost exactly the same, which is like $1,700 or something. So all of this, okay, having your entire social media presence dedicated to Arbonne, working from your hospital bed, putting all this energy into creating a persona of success and wealth and freedom, all for $1,600 a year. That's $133 a month or $33 a week. All of this for $30 a week. Less than $30 a week actually, because as we know, these figures don't account for any expenses. She also has a link in her bio called My Daily Health Supplements that directs you straight to a shopping cart on the Arbonne website that's already pre-filled with $239 worth of product, and that is after the discount. All of these products are showing that they're only a 30-day supply. So if she is telling the truth that she's taking all of these products every single day and they are her daily essentials, that means that she spends roughly $2,868 on these products each and every year. The median annual income for people at her rank minus her expenses means that she probably loses somewhere around $1,200 a year just by being an Arbonne consultant. Completely insane, and it makes me very sad. Like, do we really think that one day she's gonna look back on this and she's gonna look back on this post and be like, wow, I'm so happy and grateful that I spent those 30 minutes before my surgery working my Arbonne biz. That was really worth the $30 I made that week. It's so sad. All right, this next one, I saw a little bit of a buzz kind of circulating around this video while I was on a personal break. Like I had pre-uploaded everything and I was taking my vacation time. So I'm very thankful that someone caught this when I kind of wasn't paying attention and they were able to screen record it and send it to me. This is a video of US Olympic gymnast Michaela Skinner promoting doTERRA essential oils. She is a public figure with a very large following, so I'm not gonna blur her face.
Okay guys, so I'm gonna brag a little bit here and talk about doTERRA's essential oils. I use them every single day. I put them in my diffuser on my body, and right now my favorite that I've been using is frankincense, which is part of Seasoned Treasures collection. So if you guys are wanting to try it, I'll put the link down here and I'm gonna show you guys how it works. Okay, so I already put my favorite hand lotion on, and then I'm just gonna put 2 or 3 drops, and then I'm just gonna mix it in and use it as my hand lotion. So this stuff's amazing because I live in Utah, my hands are always dry because of the cold, and I also love using this stuff because I get really bad razor bumps from shaving and especially being in a leotard all the time. So this frankincense oil really helps with razor bumps, helps with irritation and dry skin, so it's the best.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this video perplexes me a little bit because if it wasn't an MLM product that she was talking about, this would come across to me like any typical influencer product pitch. Here's this product that I'm being paid to promote, here's the link, that kind of thing. However, if you're being paid by a brand to promote a product, or if you're earning a commission off of that product sale, you're required by the FTC to disclose that as an advertisement. I'll link that document from the FTC down below. And if a brand is paying you to promote something, or if they've gifted you something, or if you're being sponsored by something, you have to disclose that to your audience. And a lot of influencers get away with just putting like hashtag ad, hashtag sponsored, hashtag gifted, things like that. And the FTC does acknowledge that as a sufficient disclosure. What confuses me about this Instagram story is that, to my knowledge, from what I could tell just based on her Instagram presence, is that she's not a doTERRA distributor herself. So as far as I can tell, I don't think that she's promoting this for her own business. And she tags doTERRA as the brand, and she puts like hashtag doTERRA, hashtag frankincense. But there's no advertisement disclosure anywhere. My interpretation of this is that there's like a few options of what's going on here. Option A, she genuinely does use it, she genuinely does like it, she's not being paid to advertise it, so therefore she doesn't need a disclosure. Option B, she was paid to promote it, but she's in violation of the FTC disclosure requirements. Option C, like maybe she has a friend in doTERRA or something. I wish that I caught this story in real time so that I could click on those links that she was putting on there. I think it would be very interesting to see if those links directed you to some representative specific website so that person would get all those commissions for those sales. I don't know. There's no way to know at this point. What I do know is that doTERRA paying celebrities to endorse their oils isn't entirely out of the realm of possibility. In fact, I did some digging, and Ellie Goulding has publicly mentioned doTERRA oils, Laura Dern has publicly promoted it, Vanessa Hudgens and RuPaul. They all promoted it through like magazine articles and interviews, but I don't think it's completely out of the question that all of these celebrities were somehow incentivized by the company itself to promote these products, and I feel like that might be what's happening here with Michaela Skinner. But another interesting twist to this story is that a few people reached out to me and said that they responded to Michaela's stories to her directly, just letting her know like, hey, you're promoting kind of like a dangerous business model here, it's not really ethical, you might want to read up on it. And those people either didn't get a reply or they got blocked. So I think that's really fascinating that she would go as far as to block people that would question her decision to promote doTERRA, almost in the way that like the MLM reps themselves will do stuff like that. They'll block anybody who has like a negative opinion about what they're promoting. And of course, I'm only alleging that she was maybe paid to promote this stuff. But in general, it speaks to this larger issue of celebrities or public figures or influencers accepting these brand deals and promoting these things on their public social media without being fully informed on what it is that they're selling. We have to remember that money is a very powerful thing, and if that amount is large enough, it has the potential to convince somebody to promote something that they don't necessarily stand behind or know anything about, which really is just an inherent risk of the influencer marketing world. I always think about this when I see the Kardashians doing like product promotions or brand promotions. Do you really think that Kim K has great hair because she uses Sugar Bear hair gummies? Do you really think that Khloe Kardashian sits around playing Candy Crush all day? Absolutely not. But I can almost guarantee you that those companies paid a ton of money to have those very, very public figures promote their product. But we're opening up this even bigger can of worms when now celebrities or public figures are promoting MLM products. People outside that MLM have a pretty good understanding that that person was probably paid to promote it. There's some kind of incentive there. I believe that Ellie Goulding uses doTERRA about as much as I believe that Kim K uses Sugar Bear hair. But for those people inside the MLM, they see that, and that really adds some fuel to their fire, and it gives their MLM products this really misleading sense of legitimacy. Like, oh, if Ellie Goulding uses my oils, that must mean they're legit. That must mean that this isn't a scam. And you bet that MLM reps take this nugget of information and they run with it, plastering it all over their social media about how a celebrity endorses their product, which does unfortunately have the potential to convince outsiders that, oh, this might not be a scam. This is endorsed by a celebrity that I really like and trust. But more than anything, I believe that what that really does is it makes the people within the MLM already feel way more secure about the products that they're selling because they truly believe that a celebrity is using them too. So all of that is assuming that Michaela Skinner was paid by doTERRA to promote this. Maybe she was, maybe she wasn't, I don't know. But in my opinion, her posting about these oils is still very negligent. Promoting a product to your following of hundreds of thousands of people without educating yourself on that business model, on that company, on those product claims is extremely negligent. And that can have very damaging effects. Just by her saying, I love doTERRA frankincense oil, that has the snowball effect potential for somebody out there watching that to maybe go and buy that oil, maybe join the business opportunity, and to therefore enter into this industry where less than 1% of people make any money. And in my opinion, that's reckless. Just by her saying, I like this oil, that has the potential to ruin somebody's finances. And it could have been completely avoided if she had just done an ounce of research prior to promoting this. It's also disheartening that multiple people have reached out to her to try and explain this to her after the fact, and she's still choosing to block people, ignore messages, refuse to listen to it. And in my opinion, that's displaying a sense of closed-mindedness, and that's very unfortunate. This next video is from somebody who is very, very high up in Beachbody.
All right, I just got out of a field trip with Wes, and first of all, I just have to say that if I'm going to get chosen for a field trip, let it always be a movie. that was the easiest chaperoning I've ever done. But anyways, I just like had a very grateful heart, full circle kind of moment. When I first started our family, I was teaching, and you're stuck in the hours of clocking in and clocking out for someone. And growing up, even my parents worked extremely hard, and had they been able to go to field trips, they absolutely would, but their hours and boss, of course, did not allow for that. And so I never had like the family at the field trips.
I think we can all see exactly where this one is going. A classic case of mom shaming coming right up.
Anyway, so being able to do that with my own kids has been like the hugest blessing, and that is possible because I chose to do something that was outside of the norm and outside of the box, and very scary to start, lots of fears around that, fears of failure and whatever, but through all of that has come an immense amount of freedom in so many areas. And so anyway, I don't know, I just feel like if you feel stuck, if you feel the same way, if you feel like there's something different that you should be doing, then you should do that, because there's just so many opportunities out there these days, like a lot.
Translation: if you're a mom and you're in a vulnerable place and you're feeling mom guilt for not being able to chaperone your child's field trips, come on over here and let me capitalize on that. You would be a prime target for my mommy shaming manipulation, and I could make some easy money off of you.
And we're going to be talking about this coaching opportunity. I'm going to go live this weekend with another coach friend. So I will share more on that. We're going to just kind of have like a sit and chat, bring a drink, and come listen to us talk about all the things. And obviously we'll answer questions and stuff like that along the way. But yeah, I just felt like I needed to say that because I am thankful every single day for the ability to wake up and choose my schedule.
I'm glad that she feels thankful that she has the ability to choose her schedule, because at this point, she owes her lifestyle to the people on her team below her that are doing all the dirty work for her. This woman is like off the charts, tippy top of Beachbody. The highest rank on the compensation plan chart is Star Diamond, and her Instagram bio says that she is a 15-star diamond. That is unbelievable. And I'm not saying this to give her praise, okay? I don't think that being at the top of an MLM is anything to be proud of, but we have to understand that she is living on a completely different planet at this point. And in my opinion, anything that she has to say about what Beachbody has given her or how it's impacted her life is completely irrelevant to the average person that she's trying to recruit. She's saying, this business gives me the time freedom to chaperone my kid's field trip. Like, no, duh. You have hundreds of people below you to hold down the fort for a couple of hours while you go and watch a movie with your son in his class. But 76% of people in Beachbody fall at the bottom rank, as is typical for all of the MLMs. And the average annual earnings for this rank is laughable. It comes in at like right around $400 a year. And you know what? Most people in the company probably don't feel like they have the luxury to take a couple hours off yet. And getting to the point in the compensation plan where you do have time freedom is next to impossible. Most people never get to that point. And the last thing for this clip is get off your phone. You're going to kill someone, and your Beachbody pitch is not worth a human life. This next one is a reel. It's a very, very simple reel. It just says, when you hear somebody say network marketing is a scam, and then the audio goes, you're done, you're done. The caption, however, this says, network marketing is not a scam. Pyramid schemes, now those are scams. That's why they're illegal, although you'll still find them around. Network marketing is selling a real product. In our case, promoting products, because we don't even have to hold inventory. A pyramid scheme has no products and sells the idea of get rich quick. Here's the description of a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme according to Investopedia. Multi-level marketing is a legal business practice, but unlike traditional pyramid schemes, this model involves the sale of actual goods or services. But participants are not mandated to close any sales. To generate income, they must recruit members below them. Yes, it is true that one of the telltale signs of an illegal pyramid scheme is the fact that there's no product being sold. It's literally just money changing hands. However, there is such thing as a product-based pyramid scheme in which you cannot make the good money unless you recruit. So if the emphasis within the company is placed heavily on recruiting, or if recruiting is required in order to hit ranks high enough to actually turn a profit, that could be considered a pyramid scheme. Just because an MLM sells products doesn't mean that it's inherently not a pyramid scheme. Then she says, only the people at the top of these pyramids can make money. Meanwhile, with hard work and motivation, you can outrank your mentor in Monat. How does that make any sense, okay? Because only the people at the top of Monat make any money too, sis. Less than 1% of people in Monat make more money doing Monat than they would at a normal minimum wage job. That is the definition of, quote, only the people at the top of these pyramids can make money. Monat is a freaking pyramid. Only the people at the top of Monat make money. How is this so hard to understand? You have the opportunity to make an income solely from promoting Monat products. You never have to recruit a single person if you don't want to. We have one of the best compensation plans of any direct sales company you'll find. That's why it's also important to sign up with somebody that you know works hard and you can learn from. Oh, for the love of God. Okay, first of all, you have the opportunity to make an income solely from promoting Monat products. You never have to recruit a single person if you don't want to. Ma'am, according to the compensation plan, you cannot rise above the first rank in the company if you don't recruit at least 2 people. To go from rank 1 to rank number 2, you have to recruit. So if I'm just selling products, I'm staying at the bottom rank. The median annual income for the people at the bottom rank is $0. Once you've factored in the cost of your starter pack, of your annual fee, of any products that you've purchased on a flash sale that year, this means that those 90% of people at the bottom of that company in the first rank, they've lost money. So please explain to me where you are getting this information that you can make an income just by selling the products. Then she goes on to say that that's why it's important to sign up with somebody you know works hard and can learn from. She really just went from, you don't need to recruit, straight into, that's why it's important to let me recruit you. Message me if you want to join my team. I cannot with this, okay? Lie after lie after lie. And this next one is just a photo. This is a Facebook post that somebody in Herbalife made. It says, newsflash, if you were a VIP member or distributor with Herbalife and you let your account go, you can reactivate it now for £0. Hashtag free. And you might even be placed at a higher discount level. That's correct. All renewal fees have been waived no matter how long it's been. Only until December 31st. To reactivate, simply call Herbalife or email them before the 31st. There's never been a better time. This is super entertaining to see because whenever you see MLMs running this kind of promotion or making posts like this, you know they're struggling. You know they're scrambling. To the point where they're like, please come back. We are begging you. We don't care if it's against our policy. We'll even make it free. This is a big yikes in my opinion because it's showing that there's some kind of desperation within the company. And I feel the same way when I see companies running like super big flash sales, looking at you, Monat, or they're like waiving their startup fees or things like that. Because when these companies do that, it's their last ditch effort to try and incentivize people to either purchase something or join. Because think about it, if these companies had tons and tons of people lined up waiting to sign up for this business opportunity, they would never make the sign up cost free because then they'd be losing out on all of that money, right? But that's the thing, is that no one wants to sign up. So this is almost like they're putting the business opportunity on clearance in hopes that it will like convince someone to do it. And when it comes to putting products on sale specifically, this is also not a great sign. Like I said, I think about Monat all the time with this. They're the perfect example. They have a sale every single weekend. Let me use this as an example, okay? I used to work at Ulta part-time in college. Ulta sells products from all different brands, from all different price points. On one side of the store, you have your drugstore brands, your very affordable brands, L'Oreal, CoverGirl, Maybelline. And then on the other side of the store, they have what we would call prestige brands, Urban Decay, Too Faced, Tarte, Lancome. And here's a little Ulta insider secret, okay? prestige brands never go on sale. That's actually not entirely true. There's 2 times a year, I believe, with the 21 Days of Beauty sale where brands will put literally one product of theirs on sale for 1 day and 1 day only. So like Urban Decay will put like their Naked palette on sale for 1 day as part of the Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty. But aside from that, they are pretty much never on sale. Like the Ulta coupons rarely apply, and those brands will almost never put their products on sale unless they're discontinuing them, unless they're trying to like clear it out and make way for something new. And that's because those brands are good quality, they're in high demand, they have good reputations, there's a strong customer base of people that are willing to pay full price. So if Monat is such a luxury brand that people are just dying over, why are the products always being sold at clearance prices? In fact, they just ran a sale. Their most recent one was like 5 products for $15, okay, $3 a piece. They were basically giving them away. And that's because these products aren't really that good. They're not as desirable as they're hyped up to be, and people don't want to pay the full price. They're not worth the full price. And I know that we're not talking about Monat here, we're focusing on Herbalife, but I kind of lump these situations together in MLMs. If you see an MLM begging you to sign up for their business opportunity, or who is selling their products for dirt cheap on a regular basis, these are huge red flags and you need to run. And with that, my friends, that is all that I have for you for this MLM Top Fails video. A huge thank you to everyone who sent me all this stuff this week. I'm very happy to say that I have a massive stockpile going that I'm slowly working through for these videos, but I can never ever have too much. So if you come across something on social media that you want to send to me and that you would like for me to put in a video, do not hesitate to send it my way. Google Drive is the preferred and easiest way for you to do that, and I tried to make it as easy as possible on you, and I included step-by-step instructions down in the description box. And of course, before we go, a comment shout out. This one really got me. This one says, I hate when MLM Huns say that they only have a few spots left. Such blatant lies. They'd sign up a cow if it could make them a dime. I could not have said it better myself, Rose. Thank you for that. And I'm pretty sure that was a comment on MLM Top Fails 36 where we really talked heavily about how spots in an MLM don't exist. Highly recommend that video for a really good laugh. And with that, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you, and I will see you in my next one real soon.